Hello everyone! Today I'm alone at the site. Well, at home, Sasha has gone to the construction site. Oh, look, when I came there was a strange animal sleeping there. Can you imagine? Look, I don't even want to go near it. Poor little baby, she's tired from doing nothing, so she lay down. She picked an interesting place to sleep. Well, you could say, well, of course it's very soft. Well, there's sand over there.
She's coming.
This little vampire never lets anyone rest. Leave her alone, for God's sake, that's it.
I said go away.
I'm just curious why there's manure here and...
Is the wheelbarrow lying there or standing?
Well, she just wanted something unusual. She basically never gets up when you approach her because she knows how to lie down on command. You're resting, aren't you, baby? Resting. You're my good girl. Yes, you're my little one.
Sleep some more.
For those who don't know about horses, they sleep lying down. See, they fall asleep lying down. But in this position, they're just dozing, and in this position too. Oh, and also when they're standing, they're dozing. But to really sleep, they have to lie down on their side. Or she can lower her head like this and fall asleep. She's resting. It seems safe here. This one is watching her.
You're a good girl, yes.
That's what it looks like. I'm filming for anyone who doesn't know.
Here she is, just lying there, and that's it.
For some reason, right here, it's like there are boards over there. And these trailers and people usually come here for manure too. By the way, the pile is almost gone. People come and take it very actively. We don't even have time to collect the bags. We never put manure on this pile, if anyone is wondering. We only take from there. That's horse manure. Or they have spots on the property where they go to the bathroom. So that's where it's from.
That's it?
Because here there's only hay and goats. Well, we can absolutely give away this manure for free, or it will just turn into compost in a couple of years for the new owners. It'll decompose since that's a good pile. You can rest, yes, straight small like this, yes, when... So Sasha isn't here and I feel very sad. For some reason I start to feel kind of scared. I don't know my situation or something else, but I'm trying to keep a positive attitude. If I start to feel especially bad, then of course it's really hard to stay positive. But today seems okay.
The doctor decided to lie down too, can you imagine?
Yeah. I guess they got tired of walking around or something, I don't know. But they decided... The doctor decided to take a nap, and I've never seen anything like this before. Honestly, I really don't want to disturb them. Oh. They decided to rest in the sun. His eyes are closing too. They chose this spot for a reason. It's soft there.
Yes.
If I come closer, doctor, of course he'll get up right away because he's not used to this. Well, I'll quietly walk around like this and go about my business.
I told you, I'm just about to feed the chickens and don't have much else to do.
I'll pick some grass for them, then over there I already have some prepared for the chickens, also for the chicks. In a few days Sasha will make a little enclosure right here and a hen with her chicks will live here. In about a week or two she'll go with all the others. I don't know yet what will happen with the chickens after that. We have some recluses living in our barn. This little hen lives with this rooster. Because I mentioned that they started eating eggs here just like crazy. They just started eating all the eggs. I saw how this hen, swallows them. She pecks at them, and we took her and put her in here, and now she lays eggs here.
So, that's how it is. Did they stop eating the eggs? Well, I'll show you now.
What we give them, basically, so they stop eating the eggs.
Today I'll mix this with crushed grain. These are leftover eggshells from when we ate the eggs and the shells remained. These are for the chicks.
This is just scraps for the chickens. So when they started eating eggs, we separated the chicken. I increased the dose. This kind of supplement, you could also call it pecking. No, it's called a supplement. And when there's no compound feed, we always give any premix. This is actually the cheapest option. It's really simple. Well, it works. Also, when pecking happens, you need to give unsifted flour or fish meal. That's it. And I give them this thing. That's it.
3 calcium phosphates.
The most important thing is when pecking starts, because a lot of people ask, if someone is pecking, you need to remove her from there, because there are chickens that just don't understand. No matter how many vitamins you give them, they still peck.
And they also teach the others.
So you need to figure out what's going on, why they are eating the eggs. When a chicken eats compound feed and lays eggs, then it's actually a really strange question, because compound feed should be completely balanced, and with compound feed there shouldn't be any pecking. But when you feed them crushed grains or regular grain like we do, then you need to understand that some kind of nutritional imbalance is happening. So we started giving more premix and calcium, and as a result the pecking stopped.
If you ask why your chickens are pecking, I honestly don't know. You just need to check everything.
Well, the cheapest and easiest way is just to buy very good high quality compound feed, and then the pecking should stop.
But we won't be buying compound feed for now.
This is various crushed grain. Also in the evening we add oil cake, but I can add it now in principle. We'll add vitamins here. Bran shouldn't be underestimated. It's very beneficial. Here.
Take them?
Just like that. This is a chick. Here are an egg, crushed grain, various grains and premix. Of course, if we had more chicks, we would buy compound feed. But as it is, I don't see any point in buying compound feed for them. Go away. I need to change the water. Everything will be ready soon. There's not much space here. But they'll stay here for a few days and that's it. Then they'll move to another place.
So these are the remaining 4 chicks. That's how they live.
6 hatched, 4 are left. I don't even remember how many eggs there were.
Here you go.
There weren't many. So
I provided clean water and cleaned everything.
even though it's uncomfortable for me, of course, I do it quickly somehow anyway.
That's how it is.
It's interesting. They have a pasture with plenty of grass.
Oh.
There are more than 3 hectares of grass over there, and they're always asking for hay and eating hay, and in general. The hay is of course very tasty, but well, the grass is tasty too. Actually, it's ideal to introduce all the animals, goats, cows and horses, into the grazing season this way. Well, that is not to switch them to grass right away. That's because right now the grass is very poor in micronutrients, there are very few vitamins and very few nutrients in general. And hay kind of provides a little support. The usual, let's say, composition of my feed because it's too watery and too poor, the pasture. But the most interesting thing, as I said, is that they choose for themselves and constantly eat hay. We don't force them to go to the pasture. If they want, they can eat. If they want, they can eat hay. So they stand there all the time, or they often eat hay, that's it.
I'm leaving, otherwise this one won't let me pass.
I'm going to the gazebo to gather some grass for the chickens. The bucket is small. There's electricity everywhere here, so I can't get through, but over there it's just strings and no electricity. It's unusual for me to be in this state, having to sit and rest from time to time.
That's it.
Maybe someone else is fresher, a bit quicker than me, but I'm not like that.
And I need to sit down to rest, otherwise later, well, it just won't be good, that's it.
All women probably know what that's like. But I have plans. I need to feed the horse and work with Dikovinka on the lunch line. I work here, right? Without Sasha or supervision, I'm only working with Dikovinka. I'll show you on the lunch line, just making her run. The horses, because they get stagnant somehow. For now, well, Sasha doesn't have time to work with the horses anymore. So, doctor, I only work with Sasha since you're still young.
I walk like that too, like a penguin. I can't let doctor work well because he'll make a mistake.
And she will
be, you could say, fatal?
but not in the sense that something terrible will happen, just that you need experience to work with a young horse. That's it. And I'm actually happy to work with Dikovinka because she's calm, normal, and it's more or less safe with her.
So I have something to keep myself busy with, to distract from sad thoughts and all sorts of worries and uncertainties.
That's it. I'll sit here for about 5 minutes and then I'll go and maybe answer some questions people asked about the garden. They keep asking. So I'll show you the garden now. There it is, behind the apple tree.
Every year, someone claims we don't plant, while others say something different. But we did plant. Even when I lived in the city, I always did.
Honestly, it turned out a bit sloppy for me. That's how it was. Now, the question about what we grow in our garden, I think, is not...
It's pointless.
Because, of course, we've already said it 100 times, both on the stream and in the videos. What we're going to do, where we're going now, and what situation I'm in. We've discussed this many times. We're selling this plot and building on a new one. So naturally there's no point in having a garden, and we didn't plant anything. Oh, the wind is so cold. Well, anyway, we didn't plant anything in the garden. Nothing grows there, only garlic grows there and maybe some dill, that's all. Well, I don't want to go there, because honestly, I really want to plant a garden, I really do, but I just can't. Even if I plant something here right now. Again, we're planning, well, we want it to be bought as soon as possible. If they buy it, then what should we do? If they buy it later, like in the fall or at the end of summer, it's the same thing.
Who will come here? Who will water the plants?
Sasha is building. There's no point in planting anything on the new plot either.
You have to take care of it, otherwise I think it's just a silly waste of money on seeds.
And again, I'll end up worrying that I planted something there, but we can't water it, or something burned, rotted, or got eaten by bugs. No, I just don't want that.
These are either waiting in line or for something else. I can't tell. Got it. I'll come back later. Basically, their own problems.
While I was doing my chores, I could already hear something coming from Punia. The second one sat down. This hysterical one, she can't even lay an egg normally, and she's old too.
Oh, she probably didn't lay it again. There she goes running off again. Sometimes she just sits and does nothing.
And I collect about 7 eggs a day. So it turns out our chicks are already running around. Well, that's it. Now I have to collect them all day, because I'm always afraid they'll start pecking again.
And the horses are waiting for me to give them some grass.
It's really strange. I don't know if it's like this for everyone. Our horses are like that. They eat hay, but they want me to pick this grass for them. I gave it to them, not to the trucks. They don't really want to graze. Doctor is doing a great job, of course, here. She's cleaning the area, eating the hot. Very strange. Well, here we are. The weather is beautiful. It's not dirty, not sunny, and there are no bugs. Go away, I'm going to wash this fat lady now. Oh, I mean clean her. And then we'll go run a little with Gordia. You go away, let's go. He ran yesterday. She's so fat, she looks like she's pregnant. Well, that's because she works very little. I'm going to work the horse with Gordia. Actually, working with the horse isn't that difficult. The main thing is, that the horse is trained. And that's basically it. And good ground, otherwise the horse will just stumble in a circle. Well, with Gordia, that means she'll be running in circles.
If the ground is slippery, okay, let me turn around now. Hold on, stay still. If the ground is slippery, she'll just fall.
Such a beauty. She got a little dusty. She needs to be washed. Here. Well, or maybe I just can't do it yet. I can't really lift my arms that high, and I can't clean it thoroughly with those kinds of movements all the time. I get really tired. I cleaned it as well as I could, pretty girl. The rest is no big deal. The main thing is for us to move around right now. Well, all the work is really just about this. It's just about moving the horse around, since we don't have any real work to do. So, the horse, well, I'm explaining this for those who don't understand why it's necessary, because I can't ride and Sasha can't either. Of course, we can't offer rides because the horse isn't ready for that. It's just, well, it's not safe. Actually, in general, there aren't any volunteers. That's it. So somehow the horse needs to be exercised. I can see that just walking around isn't enough for her. She's getting restless. That's why there's the lunch line, Bish. Now she'll walk, trot and gallop a little, and that way she'll warm up. From time to time. That's the kind of work it is. You can't work like this in circles too often. I may have said it more than once already. The shoulders will get strained. You can't work like this in circles too often. There's no age for horses. The younger they are, the worse they handle it. Let's continue. Well, here we are, already trotting a little. I'm not making her run very fast, just calmly as she wants. She can go faster or slower as she likes. It depends on her mood. We've already trotted and galloped in one direction. Gallop is the fastest of the 3 gaits. On the lunge line we have walk, trot and gallop. But I couldn't record it because I was busy. When I send her into a gallop, my hands are busy. Well, that's it. I've done my job. Dikovinka and Doctor stay outside, and Dikovinka stays locked inside like this. At least for an hour and a half, or maybe an hour. Doctor worked yesterday. Today he has nothing to do here. He's already a grown boy, so I separate them as much as I can.